Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about awareness and how awareness is like how our desires are unconditional, right? So I feel like for so many of us, me as well, in the past I always felt like my desires were conditional, like I had to be somewhere for something to happen, or I had to meet a certain type of person so that they can connect me to what I want, just all these limitations that I would put on my desires and what I want to experience. But now I understand more than ever that everything is awareness. We only experience what we are aware of. We don't experience life outside of our awareness, right? So for example, let's say you want to experience a loving relationship. The idea is to be aware of being in a relationship. Like you focus, like awareness is like, if I say be aware of being in a relationship, then basically you are focusing on being in a relationship. So meaning your affirmations, your inner conversations, what you're saying to yourself, how you're feeling, what you're believing has to be in alignment with what you want. And because we're different, people will connect with different ways of staying aligned, right? Or ways of just being one with your desire. So let's say if you like affirming, I really love affirming, right? I love creating inner conversations. So let's say I want to experience everything. I want to experience abundance. I want to experience a loving relationship. I want to experience health. Let's say I have so many desires, right? So when you have many desires, you don't have to focus on one desire at a time. Like that is not true. You can manifest multiple desires at once. So what I do is that, like, let's say I want so many desires, and I'll just start telling myself like, I have so much money in abundance. I'm so rich. I'm so happy. I'm so healthy. I'm so happy with my life. I'm at peace. I'm full of love, joy, peace, and happiness. My loved ones are all healthy. They're safe. They're protected. I'm protected. I'm favored. I'm always at the right place at the right time. I'm so beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I'm youthful. I'm loved. I'm carefree. I'm happy. I'm free. Like I just keep saying things over and over and over again to myself, like multiple different desires over and over and over. Guys, it makes such a huge difference. And for me, I find that I know there are people who love to repeat the same thing over and over again. Like let's say they'll say, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved. Like they create a sentence and they repeat it over and over again. If that's you, that's fine. But if that feels too like robotic, like if it feels too unnatural for you, you can just say multiple things. You can say different things that mean the same thing if you want one specific thing. So let's say if you want love, you just say whatever comes to your mind that means you want love. If you want multiple desires, you just say whatever comes to your mind that means you have your desires. It could be literally anything. There's no limit to how many affirmations you have to say. And for me, I see them more as like, oh yeah, the affirmations, you can call them inner conversations. The point really is just to remind yourself that you have what you want, what you desire, or you are what you desire. That's literally the point. It's just to remind yourself that you have what it is that you want. So it can be an affirmation, it can be an inner conversation, whatever it is, it should just be in alignment. It could be a feeling. I know that people who really resonate with just feeling like they have what they want, so they just tap into the feeling, right? It could be whatever works for you, but just continuously being in that state of having what you want through your feeling, through your affirmations, through your inner conversations, whatever it is, through your self-talk, just continuously being in that state. That is awareness. That's you practicing awareness, right? So you're bringing to your awareness the thing that you want whenever you interact with that thing through whatever so-called method you want. And the thing is, awareness is like, it's just basically what you pay attention to, what you focus on. So let's say if I spend the morning affirming to myself, I have everything I want, I'm loved, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, all that good stuff. And then after a few minutes, I start complaining like, oh, but then how am I going to get this? How will I pay for this? How will I manage to do this thing? And let's say when my friend calls me, we're on the phone and I'm telling her like, I have this problem, I don't know how I'm going to work this out, blah blah blah. You see, yeah, in a way it's valid to talk about your problems. It's valid to express how something is making you feel, and just talking to someone about what is on your mind. But at the end of the day, it's contradicting what you're saying. You can't be double-minded. You have to choose who you are. Do you have your desire or you don't have your desire? If you have your desire, then you stay in alignment with the person who has that desire. So that means that you just always remind yourself that you have it through your repetition, through telling yourself who you are and what you have and what is true for you all the time, right? And when I say all the time, I don't mean that you have to do it the whole day. If you want to, that's fine. Sometimes when I have time, I can do it almost the whole day. So that's perfectly fine. And I find that it makes me feel so good, right? But let's say if you don't have that kind of time, and maybe you spend a lot of time with people interacting and you can't like always focus on your affirmations, then one thing to do would be, whenever you think about the desire, you just speak about it in your favor. So let's say if you think about your desire 3 times a day, then those 3 times you speak about it in your favor. That's still being the person who has what they want all the time, because you thought about it 3 times and those 3 times you spoke in your favor. So that means you were in your wish fulfilled the whole time, because that's the time, like the 3 times are the times that you spend thinking about it, So yeah, that's basically what I had to say today. And the other thing I wanted to add is that our desires are not conditional, they're unconditional. So that means that you can get what you want regardless of anything. It's not determined by external factors. Everything is within. So everything is just based off what you're telling yourself and what you believe to be true. That's literally what creates our reality. It's your inner world. So, it can be so exhausting. Like, imagine you're somebody who wants to manifest confidence in yourself, right? And then every time you meet somebody who you feel or you think is better than you in some way, you start to feel, insecure or uncomfortable. Then imagine how many times do you feel insecure in a day? Because let's say in a day you're meeting like close to hundreds of people, depending on like how much you move around, right? Or maybe let's say you're always home and you're on the phone. You're on the phone and you're scrolling and you are coming across a lot of different types of people, right? Really attractive girls, really attractive guys, people who have things going on in their lives, people who are making their dreams come true. Like, there's so much you're coming across, right? So let's say you're manifesting confidence, and when you come across somebody who you think is doing better, you get insecure. So my question is, how many times are you going to get insecure in your life? Like, how many times are you not going to feel good enough? How many times are you going to keep feeling like you don't have what you want? Like, how many times? It gets so exhausting. And the thing is, when we put our desires in external, like when you're triggered by the external world, you just you continuously make yourself vulnerable to what doesn't even have power over you. It's almost like you create this illusion that something outside of you has power, and then you feel stuck because of this external thing which you gave power to in the first place. So this thing has no power over you. You gave it power, which is like an illusion that you created, because nothing outside of you can control you. Nothing outside of you has power over you, because God is within you. You are the God of your reality. You create, you speak, you feel, you believe, you create. So everything exists within you. So the moment that you give somebody outside of you your power, you're almost like worshipping a false god. You're putting your power in something that's is not a part of you. So what I'm just trying to say is that every single time you feel discouraged that you can't have your desires because of the external world, you're putting your power in something outside of you. And that's extremely exhausting, because we live in such an interactive world. So you meet different kinds of people who have what they want, who have what you think is better than you or whatever. But that's just really a limiting belief. The truth is, everything exists within you. So everything you want is already there. We just have to continuously stay you just have to stay aware of what you want. So even when you see somebody who you feel triggers you and makes you feel like, oh, I don't have what I want, tell yourself, nope, I have what I want. I'm the best. I have what I want. I'm the best. I'm gorgeous. I'm intelligent. I have what I want. I'm the best. Like, continuously remind yourself that the power is coming from within you, and nothing outside of you can take that away from you. And one thing that also works is every single time you doubt yourself, for me, I just speak to myself like, okay, I know my 3D is only a reflection. Like, I know my physical world is only a reflection of what's going on within me. So why would I be so triggered by my 3D? Like, it's like watching TV, right? And when you put a channel on the TV, you're triggered by what's on the screen. But the remote is in your hands. Like, all you have to do is just change the channel. That's all. That's basically how reality is. It's like every time you see something outside of you, you're triggered. But all you have to do is just change how you're feeling within yourself. That is all, because everything is within you. And anything you say goes. Anything that you believe to be true is true for you. So if you want to experience something, just tell yourself, I have that thing. And keep saying it to yourself. Just like immerse yourself in your desires, like live in your desired world, literally. It is not being delusional, because everything is possible. Anything can happen. So there's no such thing as being delusional, because anything can happen. Being pessimistic is not more realistic, because good things can happen and bad things can happen. Anything can happen. Like, everything is equal. Nothing is more likely to happen than the other thing, right? Like, everything is neutral. We just give meaning to things, and we create limitations for ourselves. So saying that, oh, I'm just being delusional, doesn't even make sense, because how are you being delusional? When you say you're being delusional, it means that you're saying certain things are likely to happen than others. So when you believe in certain things, it's like you're being delusional because they're less likely to happen. But that doesn't make sense, because everything is likely to happen, because everything exists. Everything has already been created. Everything is there. All we're doing is just being aware of the thing that you want, and then you become that thing. Like, you have that thing, it becomes your reality. So yeah, that's what I had for you guys today. I hope that makes sense. And if you have questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll try and answer as many as I can. And if you would love support through your journey, just somebody to talk to and to explore your limiting beliefs, and just a really good support system, I'm there. My link is in the description. You can click my link and look at all my details for coaching to support you through this journey. Okay, it was nice talking to you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.